Mykola lives in a very peaceful area of Ukraine's Donbas region with his pregnant wife, Nastya. Both of them are known as the area's first eco-settlers. Nastya is a talented artist who enjoys drawing and wood carving. She even carves a wood angel for Mykola as a protective amulet. Mykola is a mathematician, physicist, and ecologist who commutes by bicycle to the local school. The paw of the white raven. Outside their home represents an ancient legend of a raven who felt sorry for people and brought them fresh water and food, losing its feathers in the process. Due to a lack of electronics at home, the couple does not receive news until Mykola goes to work and watches a few minutes of television during his lunch break, which is how he learns about the protesters killed in Ukraine's capital city and Russia's possible invasion of the country. During class, Mykola is harassed by student Ivan, who believes his teacher is a stranger and a weirdo and wants him to leave, but Mykola never lets him anger him because he believes in pacifism and working to guide the minds of the youth. On his way to work one morning, Mykola notices some soldiers standing by the road but pays no attention to them. When he arrives at school, he is surprised to find it empty. And the television quickly informs him of the reason. Russia has invaded Ukraine. Mykola is worried about his wife and rushes back to his house, but it is too late. The Russians have arrived and are beating Nastya up, and they also catch Mykola when he tries to defend her. After making sure they are not spies, the soldiers light a fire inside the home and depart. However, when Nastya attempts to retaliate by throwing a stone at them, the soldiers do not think twice to shoot her before leaving. Mykola is heartbroken as he holds on to his wife's body while watching his home burn to the ground. After confirming that Mykola is a law-abiding citizen, two militiamen from Ukraine locate him hours later and assist him in preparing a grave for Nastya. After that, they take him with them to their base, but not before Mykola makes sure to take the wooden angel with him as a permanent reminder of his wife. The higher-ups at the base are not pleased about the unexpected arrival of a stranger because they fear that he might be a spy, but Mykola quickly disproves their suspicions by declaring that he wants to join the army and drive the Russians out of their country. From that point on, Mykola is sent to a rigorous training program where he must learn to exhaust his body physically and handle firearms. Two things that, as a pacifist, he has never done before. Disassembling and assembling weapons is especially difficult for him, earning him the scorn of his superiors, especially when he announces his choice of Raven as a code name. Mykola refuses to be defeated and works even harder to prepare, staying up late to practice his weapons while carrying the wood angel nearby to keep his focus on his goal of exacting revenge on his wife. A few weeks later, the trainees are informed that the army is in need of volunteers because there aren't enough snipers at the front. Mykola offers to help right away despite the lack of interest, only to be met with more jeers. Mykola, who is still determined to succeed, accepts a challenge to demonstrate his abilities. He successfully disassembles and reassembles AK-47 in under 20 seconds while wearing a blindfold, earning everyone's respect. As requested by him, they also started calling him Raven. Mykola finds the theoretical portion of sniper training easy because of his understanding of physics and math. He can perform calculations quicker than the instructors themselves. He is also very good at keeping silent and remaining motionless even when an instructor fires a gun at the ground close to him. Sadly, he performs poorly when it comes to the actual shooting because, for some reason, they gave him a different rifle than the others, a type of gun that is inappropriate for war sniping. Whenever Mykola points this out, he is told to deal with it. Mykola refuses to give up yet again and devises a strategy to demonstrate his ability. The final sniper test takes place at night, and the trainees must shoot as soon as a flare shot by the instructor provides enough light around their targets. Mykola, on the other hand, does not shoot yet. Instead, he uses the light to calculate the distance, and once the exam is finished, he shoots under complete darkness and hits the target exactly in the center, something no one else has done. As a result, Mykola receives the highest grade at graduation and is put in a first-class unit. Mykola's first mission requires him and his fellow snipers to liberate a crucial checkpoint that the Russians have taken over. Each sniper is given a target after the team successfully enters the area undetected. But just as they are about to fire, they must stop because a civilian car is approaching the checkpoint. The Russian soldiers force the two civilians to come out and hand in their passports, refusing to return them when they ask the couple to leave. The man makes a scene as he demands his belongings, prompting the Russian soldiers to retaliate violently. Mykola's team notices this and immediately attacks, killing every soldier with quick, accurate shots, including the man attempting to hold the civilian woman hostage. When the mission is completed, the team reclaims control of the checkpoint by hoisting the Ukrainian flag. When they return to base, Mykola learns that his fellow newbies have been assigned to a different mission. So he takes advantage of the downtime to pay a visit to the school where he used to work and is deeply moved by the desolate sight of the dusty classroom. Mykola receives the worst possible news the following day when the opposing team returns. One of his friends has been killed by an enemy sniper. This is another factor contributing to Mykola's desire for retribution. For the following mission, Mykola's team conceals a number of explosives on trees beneath leaves before hiding in the grass and watching for their enemy to approach. Mykola holds off on firing because he sees something unbelievable. Ivan has joined the Russian army and is heading in this direction with the rest of their adversaries. When the captain tells him to shoot, he snaps out of it, and Mykola hits the detonator, killing all of the Russian soldiers, including Ivan. He responds that Ivan had made his decision when the captain asks him what was going on and hears Mykola's explanation. Mykola and the captain later connect over their shared love of their hometowns during a break. The captain carries a picture of his family with him and explains that he and his wife agreed not to tell his daughters the nature of his job, so they believe he is away on business. Mykola, in turn, shows him the wood angel, explaining that it represents his own family. A few days later, after the Ukrainian forces secure the trenches near the border, the sniper team positions itself to await the Russian forces who are preparing to invade this region. Mykola gets ready to do his job, keeping the angel with him at all times. But he loses his usual calm when he notices the man who killed his wife among the arriving Russian soldiers. Mykola, desperate for vengeance, repeatedly requests permission to shoot, but the captain refuses each time because the enemy is not in the proper position. Mykola eventually gets tired of waiting and shoots anyway, hitting the soldier but also revealing their location to a hidden enemy sniper, who retaliates and kills the captain. As the Russians open fire, Mykola must drag the captain's body through the field, dodging bullets and bombs. When Mykola finally returns to the base, his superior promises that an investigation will be launched to find the sniper who killed the captain, and that when they do, they will contact Mykola to take care of him. Meanwhile, Mykola is overcome with guilt and decides to embark on solo missions to make amends for his error. His sniper skills are still on point, and he manages to take down many Russian soldiers, but without anyone to keep him on his toes. He takes too many risks and ends up with a wounded arm from an enemy bullet. Mykola retreats to a secret hideout to rest and watch the news to stay up to date on the political status of the negotiations with Russia, but his respite is cut short by an important phone call. The army has located the sniper who killed the captain, so Mykola must return. Before the mission begins, the soldiers are given all of the available information. Sari, the sniper with wide-ranging bullets, has already killed 5 Ukrainian snipers and 3 machine gunners. To make matters worse, he videotapes all of his kills and posts the videos online to demoralize them. He even posted the videotape of their captain's death. At the very least, all of these casualties have allowed them to pinpoint Sari's location. And because they are unable to fill the area with mines due to a chlorine storage facility in the chemical plant where the enemy is hiding, they have devised a backup plan. Their snipers will clear the way for Mykola to sneak inside and confront Sari face to face. When the mission begins, all of the Ukrainian snipers take their positions and wait for Mykola to crawl through the field and enter the building. The first soldier he encounters is the other man who attacked his home and still remembers Mykola, telling him he should have killed him the first time. Mykola gives his teammates the go-ahead to attack after killing him with a single quick and satisfying shot, prompting all of the Ukrainian snipers to fire at the same time and completing a sweep of the area without raising any alert. Sari is one of only 2 Russian snipers still alive. They don't notice anything is wrong until they stop receiving messages over the comms and go to check on their comrades, only to discover that they are all dead. While Mykola takes advantage of the opportunity to sneak deeper into the building, Sari calls for reinforcements and orders the other soldier to keep watch before returning to his post, where he is surprised to see a small wood angel. At that moment, Mykola appears leaping on Sari with a knife, while the other Russian soldier is killed by a grenade waiting for him. When the backup that Sari requested arrives, Mykola uses Sari's radio to warn the new soldiers that they will pay for their actions. The Ukrainian soldiers open fire on the Russian truck as soon as it parks, eliminating all targets in seconds. Now that Mykola has avenged his wife, friend, and captain, he decides to take a break and return home to Nastia's grave, making sure to repair the fallen cross. Unfortunately, as much as he misses his home, he is unable to return because there is still much work to be done for his country. Soon he'll be on another solo mission, ready to take out as many enemy soldiers as he can. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share to help me grow this channel. Turn on notifications for new updates. See you next time.